On this week's Most Craved, Rickon Serpentine.
And your favorite child-murdering fascist is back.
Hey guys, welcome to Most Craved. I'm Jenna Busch with Legion of Leia.
And I'm William Bibbiani with Crave Online, and we have got an episode of the internet for you today.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Let's start with Game of Thrones. This episode, Battle of the Bastards,
Yes.
was so mind-blowing that, all of season 5 bored the hell out of me.
Yeah, they were kind of felt like they were
boring for
taking
Game
a
of
breather.
Thrones. Yeah,
No, but still, it felt like we were ramping, we were getting pieces in place all season. And yeah, I'd never really, there were a couple of highlights, but it was kind of lame. Sixth season has been awesome.
wow. And there are a couple of missteps here and there. Like, I'm not super jazzed with the Arya thing. And if the theory that, yes, there are going to be spoilers here, by the way.
Sorry about that.
If the Arya thing that's been on the internet is true, and because we didn't see her die, the waif did kill her and is wearing Arya's face, then I'm going to be pissed.
That would suck.
That would really suck. I hope that's not true. But as far as that battle scene, that would have been that's insane for a movie, let alone a TV show.
No, it was really. That was some Braveheart level stuff. That was really, really good. What's kind of amazing to me about Game of Thrones this season, especially this episode, it feels like, because we only have 2 seasons left after this, and they're going to be short seasons.
Yeah. No.
Feels like we're starting to wrap things up already, doesn't it?
Yeah. Characters are meeting. They're coming together.
Yeah.
Yara and Daenerys.
Yeah, teaming up.
Yes.
Yeah, Daenerys finally has her fleet of ships with which she can go back to, God, I almost said Azeroth, Westeros.
We play too much World of Warcraft.
Apparently we play too much. There's no such thing,
I agree.
young lady. But but that's something we've been waiting for all along. When is she going to get to Westeros? Soon.
Very soon.
Apparently, although if season 7 is anything like season 5, the entire time will be her on a boat. Just talking. Talking to Tyrion.
No, she's got to go kick Euron's ass.
It does.
Plus, she doesn't have to be on the boat. She can fly on the dragon.
That's true. She could fly on the dragon.
Everyone else has to be on the boat.
I'm glad that when Daenerys came back and Tyrion wasn't just completely wrong about everything.
Yeah.
He kind of overestimated how sort of responsible and nice slave owners were, which is kind of weird. But I did like that when all was said and done, he actually did have something to contribute, and it wasn't just her correcting everything he did all season.
Yeah, and I like that they're back together. Because it was so sad. They finally met. It was so cool. And then she's off on a dragon. And what? Wait, what? They're so good. They're probably related. Another theory. Look it up.
No, that's totally a thing.
Yeah, and now that they've been freed of the books, the showrunners are just out of control, awesome. And
it's hard to say if they're free of the books. They might. I'm sure George R. R. Martin has an outline.
And they do. Yeah, they do know some stuff. And we don't know if Rickon is alive or dead in the books. And
dead. Well, he's got to die. I guess not, but maybe. Internet.
But there. And there's an interesting thing about the way the women have been kicking ass this season. I have enjoyed very much. But also there is the weird thing about Sansa and why she didn't tell Jon about she was willing to sacrifice both brothers because she didn't tell him it was coming. I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think
Yeah, I don't know about that. I feel like Jon probably might have been too proud to take Littlefinger's help.
Yeah, that certainly could be.
That's definitely a possibility. And honestly.
And no one was listening to her.
No one was listening to her. No one was letting her in the war room. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a good moment. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to imagine him being too pissed.
Yeah,
I can't imagine him being like, how dare you save the day?
He let the dogs eat his face off.
I think my favorite moment in this episode actually was when, what's his butt?
Ramsay.
When Ramsay came back to Winterfell and he was just like, it'll be a long siege. We can outlast them. Giant just smashes the door open.
1-1.
We're not milking this for another season. Ramsay's going to die, damn it. It's
Thank
great.
you. Oh, 1-1.
1-1. 1-1 had a good run.
He did.
1-1 did quite well in the grand scheme of things.
He was heroic.
Was he the last of the Giants?
Yeah.
The very last one?
Yeah. Well, then they don't have to pay for more CGI.
Well, okay.
Because they've got dragons now.
They do.
And they're going to have to be in a lot of episodes.
I guess they must.
Yeah.
Good times. So Game of Thrones, what's cool about Game of Thrones is that the biggest episode of the season is usually the next last one.
Yeah.
So the next episode, we're going to see the pieces start coming together for season 6, and so we can, season 7, so we can get really excited about that, and then wait a whole frickin' year. So we may or may not talk about that next week. In the meantime, the big news actually dropped the morning we started recording this. It's only about a day old by the time this episode goes live. Darth Vader everyone's favorite child-murdering fascist who killed billions of people with the push of a button and had his own animated series for children, which is, I guess, we're fine with.
We're fine.
Anyway, he's going to be in Rogue One, a Star Wars story, and I'm glad because this is this is peak Vader.
Yeah.
This is Vader when he was an unapologetic villain, and I think that's the reason people like him.
Yeah.
Because he was an intimidating villain, and all the work that's been done. I understand redeeming him at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, recanting on your deathbed, I totally get. But like, I always felt kind of disingenuous to give him a whole cartoon series, where he's just like, he's the good guy. No.
They always do that with kid series, though. They always take the villain, and then he's like super okay.
Do they? How many series do that?
They do it a lot. I mean, look, they even like with kids, they sort of soften stuff. Slimer.
Well, I understand.
Slimer didn't start out as like a.
Well, Slimer wasn't that bad to begin with.
But
I understand softening. Softening is fine, but Hitler didn't have his own show.
That is good.
We didn't put like a Hitler mustache on a Mickey Mouse hat, but we're doing that with Vader, which is totally fine.
That's weird.
It's always weirded me out.
But I'm glad he's in it, and I'm glad we also have Forest Whitaker's character was in Rebels. Not Rebels,
no.
I'm sorry, Clone Wars.
Clone Wars. Forest Whitaker turns out is playing Saw Gerrera.
Yeah.
From Star Wars, The Clone Wars,
yeah.
The show I was just talking about. And I didn't see those episodes, so I hope you are excited about that.
Well, but what I'm excited about, honestly, is that they're tying stuff together.
Yeah.
Like they've got a character from the main movies.
Yeah.
So even though Rogue One is going to be a different style, different story, you've still got the tie. You've got the tie to Clone Wars. Just even looking at something like the new series that's out this week, the Lego Star Wars, the Freemaker Adventures, which is, a kids Lego Star Wars thing that's set around, it's like around this time-ish.
Yeah.
But, it's not canon, but everything in it is, like, it works with canon.
Yeah.
So I like all the tie-ins that they're doing. Leia on Rebels, all that stuff.
I kind of wish I could hear what people's reactions are to finding out that he's Saw Gerrera, because the initial announcement was he's playing someone you know.
Right.
And I think we were all super excited, like, oh, maybe he's playing that robot general from Attack of the Clones, and he takes his helmet off and he's Forest Whitaker. That was my theory, but I know a lot of people are like super excited. Who could he be? Was it Maz Kanata and like she got sick later?
Maz Kanata?
I don't know. She's old.
So.
I don't know. Like it could have been anything, and said it's Saw Gerrera. Is this satisfying? I don't know.
I just think any tie-ins to any other properties that are canon are definitely satisfying. Like
sure.
Even the books have been incredible, like just absolutely incredible. The ones that are canon that are tying everything together.
Well, that's great. No, and now that most of the Star Wars canon is no longer canon, I understand the excitement about getting another one.
Right.
Again, have we just sort of forgiven them for that? Are we all cool? Like all the extended universe stuff we're just letting that go now?
I'm not even getting into that debate. I've already been yelled at over and over.
You're a true Star Wars fan.
Yes.
Don't let anyone tell you different.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey everybody, thank you for watching Most Craved. We'll be back next week with more stuff and things. Don't know what we'll be talking about because it's about news. Anyway, we're on Twitter at Most Craved. Check us out, and we'll see you next week.